Hi guys, OB Dave here.
And I am Ash.
Together we are OB Dave and I am Ash.
And covered in cables. How is this?
I gave Ash the bad headphones that
no, it's just there's so much cable. Like, look at this. It's just
show him the bad bit of the cable though.
Oh yeah.
Can you go a bit closer?
It's just it's not even like one bit, that's like another bit.
That's what I did when I was recording videos on my own. I was just sat here twisting a cable. And
the thing is, like, when we're sat filming sometimes I try and like stretch it out and then like fix it.
It's done. But you'll be happy to know, because Ash helps me so much on this channel, I've bought her a new pair of headphones for Christmas.
Yay! This one side rattles as well, and then like it leaves little like black bits. Like I don't know if you can see on the inside, like the pads have worn away completely, and I just get these little random bits of black all over my.
I have got another pair of Sony ones that are like proper bass heavy cans, but they'll leave even more black stuff because I've had them for about 12 years. And
I'm good. At first, like the first time I saw a little black bit, I was brushing my teeth and I was like, what have I been doing to get dirt on my ears? And it was like when I was trying to get it off and it wouldn't come off, I was like, what have I done? And then it occurred to me.
Just having a conversation with someone in the lab with a big bit of black on your face.
Oh, don't. I shower before I go to work, thank you.
I don't know. I don't know what you're doing. I'm not with you. Right then, we have reacted to Eminem before. Yes, we have, twice. And I've reacted to Eminem quite a lot over at the Office Blokes. I think we said on the last one, we both grew up, like when Eminem first blew up.
Yeah.
Everyone listens to
knew.
the Slim Shady LP.
Yeah. It's not 8 Mile when he goes, Mom's Spaghetti.
No, that was after. Like the first one was the one that had My Name Is.
My name is what?
Yeah.
My name is.
I actually, funnily enough, did karaoke of that at a high school party.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, seriously did with another mate.
Oh my god.
That was when I was into hip hop before I was into metal. I was still at the stage where I'm listening to nothing but hip hop, and then Eminem sort of blew up, and then like I was obsessed.
See, at that stage, like the only music we really got was MTV. Me and my sister used to tune in, and it used to be like Eminem and then Offspring, which was a great band.
Yeah, Pretty Fly for a White Guy.
Yes.
It was like the standard playlist that was just over and over.
I know, it was brilliant. Good Charlotte, a few other really good ones, and then my brother started. Yeah, Good Charlotte was great.
Nah, not for me. Anyway, have we only done one Eminem together? We did.
No, it's two.
Oh no, we did Godzilla with Juice WRLD,
and then
we did.
What was that guy's name? The other, I want to say Link, but it's not Link. It begins with an L, isn't it? Is it an L? What's that other DJ? And it was like a storyline, and they get like a copy of themselves in the video.
Huh?
You remember like a he says, oh, this guy will play Eminem and this guy will play you know, in the studio, and it's like a whole storyline. Oh, sorry,
Logic.
Homicide. And you begin with an L.
Yeah, that's great.
That was really great.
When I first heard of Logic, when we first checked that out at the Office Blokes. And I was like, why is this white guy dropping the number all the time? And then you learn a bit about him and actually like his mixed race, and it's like, okay, all right. I like Logic though. I think he's a pretty cool guy as well.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
But we're going to do Eminem GNAT, which is a song that we did do at the Office Blokes when it first came out.
Is it GNAT?
So, fair dinkum. I've heard this one before.
We haven't mentioned that I'm wearing a Christmas jumper. Now you can't see it. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Go on, make it all about you.
Yay! See? My two favourite things, Christmas and unicorns.
Dave. Oh, right, okay, sorry.
I mean, you could, if you dress up as Santa Claus, I'd be very happy.
I'm not dressing as a unicorn.
That would be weird.
I actually do have a Santa costume. We're 4 minutes in.
Sorry.
Right, Eminem.
Distracting me.
GNAT, are you ready for it?
Yes, I think so.
It takes us so long to record reactions, doesn't it?
See, these bars are like COVID. You get them right off the bat. Infected with SARS and Corona. Like you took a bite off of that. Then it goes from Martian to human. That's how the virus attacks. They come at me with machine guns, like trying to fight off a gnat. Still stacking my chips, hoes. Higher than Shaq on his tiptoes. Top the Empire State Building. This shit is like child's play children. I will annihilate, kill them. I fuck around and pile 8 million dead little juveniles. Wait, children, I'll await my trial. Dave Tilden. Ain't nothing you say could ever trump. Mike Pence will get killed. If you're hypersensitive, I wasn't referencing the vice president. Chill. I mean, my penmanship at times tends to get ill. Violence, but with skill. That's why I hints when I write ends up with a mic and pencil getting killed. Yeah, and I'm still ride or die for the squad. So you know which side that I'm on if a battle line's ever drawn. But if I get involved, it'll be like canines in a brawl. But not similar to Mike Vick at all. Cause even if I don't have a dog in the fight, they ain't never gonna get rid of the fight in the dog. Got stripes like a tiger, so you might get mauled. A mic in the palms like claws, I can swing right for you.
Do you think those are his real dogs?
I don't know.
Because they seem really comfortable. Like the one he was holding in his arm was proper wagging its tail as well.
I forgot how much of a tune this actually is.
It is. It's really good so far.
Did you get when he was writing with a knife a minute ago?
And he talks about the violence because it usually ends in death and violence. So you say like it's when he uses pen to obviously microphone. So it's when he's writing his lyrics, it ends up in people like killing himself. Isn't that a reference to when he does that fan letter, doesn't he? And he reads out. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, it's like. I mean, I'm not the best at breaking down sort of bars when it comes to rappers and stuff. We've had this conversation before. I tend to listen to like the stereo image of a song. I listen to 2 tracks left and right. Yeah. Whereas when you listen to it, you seem to be able to like pinpoint things and like fade the vocal up a little bit and focus more on what they're saying. That was the analogy I used anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
it does make sense.
I don't think I'm as good as you making out, but I do pick up certain things. But the worst part is for me, like my brain will hear something and then it'll just be sat there thinking about it and I've missed a whole bunch of lyrics and I'm like, oh wait, I'm supposed to be listening.
It's so hard, especially with someone like Eminem where everything is a double entendre.
I know. It's like when he's talking about it's not the Trump. And no, I'm not talking about the vice president.
Yeah, because he said Mike Pence next.
Yeah, so he was sort of making reference to both, obviously, as well.
Yeah, and he actually did a Trump freestyle where it was like, I think anyway, sort of in a parking lot where he did this kind of like ranting about Trump sort of freestyle around this sort of time as well. Oh, wow. Obviously, you can tell this is during the pandemic as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Jaw and rip it off with one swipe of the paw. Bitch, you still on my dick or no? If I suck, your wife is a straw. I'm sick and I'm not gonna cover my mouth next time that I cough. They say these bars are like COVID. You get them right off the bat. Infected with SARS and Corona. Like you took a bite off of that. Then it goes from Martian to human. That's how the virus attacks. They come at me with machine guns. Like trying to fight off a gnat. Yeah. And DA got that dopey sense to me. It's like pneumonia symptoms of contracting COVID instantly, which is what separates my flow from theirs so that no one gets even close to this to pose a risk to me so vocalistically. That's social distancing. Yeah. Flow going viral, you best stay strapped with that Lysol and get way back, get that Pine Sol and that Ajax, cause this dry cough is just like football umpires calling a playback. Bitch, back the fuck up like 15 yards, these rhymes call for a face mask. Another 14-day quarantine, they're cordoning off everything. This shit looking like a horror scene, like me metaphorically. Cause them stay-at-home orders seem like they just keep getting more extreme. Who knows when it's night Maryland, like Monroe, Norma Jean. Still got that heroin, lyrical drip with that morphine and that Thorazine. Cause I'm so fucking dope, and you're a fiend.
Did you get the reference with the bats from the movie Contagion?
Yeah.
Because he's obviously linking it to being very similar, but he's also... I quite enjoy when he says, like, the 14-day quarantine, they're cording off a lot more. It's like he's referencing the conspiracies, isn't he, that people were going on about, like, it was done to...
Well, this was at the height of it. And don't forget, the theory was it came from a bat.
No, did it really? I don't remember. Theories. I didn't realise that. I knew that they talked about Contagion with the bat. I didn't realise they talked about COVID. I don't think so, because...
No, one of the theories was it came from a bat. That was the wet market theory, wasn't it?
Is that not like when you say wet market, it's not a conspiracy, because we knew what coronavirus was. It's SARS, COVID-19, because we've been working on like research for SARS and COVID and MERS, which are a similar virus. They're all from the same family.
Yeah.
And this is why, like, a lot of people, when they were panicking about the vaccine coming out so quickly, and it was like, well, no, we've been working on these vaccines for years because we've had problems with SARS and MERS. It's just the virus changed all of a sudden and became rampant, so we had already been working on something.
Yeah, that's a debate for another day. Obviously you're a scientist, so I'd always defer to you on that.
Well, don't
I've got my own opinions, but I'd defer to you on that. But no, the theory was it was the bat from the wet market, and it was that's how it crossed from animal to human, because it exists it was known to exist in animals long before it made the transition and then became a pandemic. And I think that's, I mean, I'm no expert.
I don't know, it'd be interesting if I hadn't heard that actually, so that's an interesting idea.
That was one of the major...
Because Contagion was based around the bat and from a similar area, wasn't it? That it obviously was ground zero, or classed as ground zero.
Yeah, whether you believe it or not, who knows.
Lots of ideas and theories, isn't there?
I don't believe it was a bat.
Norma Jean, still got that heroin, lyrical drip with that morphine and that Thorazine. Cause I'm so fucking dope, and you're a fiend. And that's the one thing that hasn't changed, for some semblance of normalcy. But I might need that hydrochloroquine, cause I got that. The dark horse, I'm a nightmare. Mom fed me Valium like air. Thought that's why they called it a high chair. I got a contact like eyewear. Whoa, wait a minute, bitch, let me lie here. 20/20 hindsight in my side mirror. Every year you drop the ball like Times Square. My hair trigger whenever I get an idea. It's like, fuck, now my name rings out like a sponge mop. My drip was a drop in the bucket. So that gunshot you just heard just now in that one spot just came from the 9 mil that I just got. That's big bucks and I got a full money clip and I'm loaded. I ain't even mean to go the fuck off. Still totally inappropriate with an opiate, groping it while I'm holding it like a trophy. I'm hoping a little codeine will give me OD, and whoa, everything is slow. I begin to floating. I know that I'm getting loaded. The pin exploded. Hiroshima with the flows of utopia. With the dope, I'm an OG. I'm like the goat here to get your goat. Little bit of sodium. It's the salt when I'm at the podium. Bitch, your throat holy camole. I'm in the zone with the shit I'm on. Get Imodium in a commode because nobody's even close. You're petroleum to plutonium. You're a phony. I'm at the crib, but your hoe got her at the pole like voting with no clothing, stripped down to a toe ring. And here we go with the gloating. I got my nose in the air like a Boeing. Then I got into a little bit of an argument with her, so I took a little lick of a line up in the dinner. Then I hit it with the motherfucking ottoman and bitter. Then I shot her in the liver, delivered it to the bottom of the river. But I'm probably gonna jump in the water with her with a lot of money, cause I got a lot of it. And when it come to dripping, I be stopping like 100 miles an hour, never running out of either one of them. I gotta get it, cause these bars are like COVID. You get them right off the bat. Like SARS and Corona. Like you took a bite off of that. Then it goes from Martian to human. That's how the virus attacks.
Is that reference to Ozzy?
Machine guns. It's like trying to fight off a gnat.
That was amazing. The change in the music as well. And then I quite liked, I don't know if he's making reference to it, but the guy in the gold is obviously maybe a reference to the fact that a lot of musicians and artists were not deemed as essential workers or key workers.
Oh, I didn't get that.
Because he was painted in gold, he would have been a street performer. If it had just been a guy playing, obviously, a trumpet or a trombone, obviously I'm not very good with instruments. I'm just guessing, obviously.
No, it's a good observation though, to be fair. Like, I just saw some gold guy and I was like, yeah, guy's gold.
No, because he keeps talking about like effects, isn't he? And the whole way through it's about how it's obviously causing a ripple effect. And then like he talks about he gets a gun and things and like being outside and how much it's changed and affected people's lives. And that's when I just thought,
there was one line which I'm going to have to paraphrase massively, where he said something like, your bitch is at the polls, or your bitch is dancing at the pole, but it's not a vote, or something. And I horrifically paraphrased that.
Yeah. Because
it happened about a minute ago, and he said about 340 words since.
Yes.
But I just liked that line because it was such a subtle diss.
Yeah, like definitely.
Calling your missus a stripper, but then you twist it and then make it about voting.
Politics,
and I was like, yeah, I like that. He's the absolute king of it, and like
he's so good at it.
A lot of people that rap, like they do that sort of poetry trick of like you just rhyming the last word of every sentence or every other sentence so you can keep that sort of flow. But he does that thing where like a sentence could go over 2 lines and then end on something that could rhyme with something else, or it could rhyme with something that's midway through the line that he's saying.
Yeah.
And he's got like he's an absolute wordsmith, isn't he?
He is. He's a rhythm smith as well. He, like you're saying, like he makes the words work together, but he then also adds in like that little chorus, like he says, it's like COVID's like, a bat.
These bars are like COVID.
Yeah, COVID. That's it. Take it off like a bat or bite it off like a bat.
I didn't know you didn't know the bat theory though.
No, I didn't. But then around that time, I'd focused entirely on the research that was coming out about the vaccines. And obviously, like I said to you, I volunteered for one of the vaccine studies so I could get a vaccine as soon as possible.
I think it's...
and also be part of, because as a scientist, I feel it's my, duty. Because if I'm willing to agree with all the different types of clinical research in animal testing, in vitro testing and human testing, I should be willing to test them myself. And that was my view. So I didn't really read any of the conspiracies at the time. I was just reading all the data.
I get that entirely. And the issue you would have had is everyone that you would have debated it with would be an armchair scientist. That everyone became a scientist during the pandemic. Seriously,
I stopped talking to people because and one of the guys I went for a walk with another mate, and he brought his mate, and we're like doing the social distance, walk through the park.
Okay, say social distance.
Well, because they were hanging out really close, and I remember being really uncomfortable about it. Like, no, I wasn't. I was really particular about it. But anyway, because I had a house full of 11 housemates, I wasn't going to bring that back and infect an entire house. But we were talking about something, and I can't remember, like, I wasn't even pushing my point, and I made a comment to my mate, and his cousin or whatever, his mate that he was with, was like, oh, everybody's a scientist today. And I was like, oh, so my 2 decades of like experience
actually
and my degree
science,
is just made up. Yeah. And he was just like, oh, it's easy to get a degree. I nearly raged. I was like,
I guess that's a guy who didn't have a degree that was saying to you that it's easy to get a degree.
Of course. Even my mate at the time was like, just ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And I'm just like, I'm going to punch him. I'm going to get to break my social distancing rule and punch him.
Truth doesn't exist anymore anyway. It's all about popular opinion. The more people say something, it becomes fact, as long as it's on Twitter.
But like I said to you, and I've said this over and over again, I don't believe in true fact with science, because it's been proven time again that there's always going to be different opinion, different settings, different controls.
Knowledge based off the evidence at the moment.
That's why all science is based on a null hypothesis. You're trying to prove yourself wrong, not right. So
but then Twitter has confirmation bias where everyone's just trying to prove themselves right and disregarding all the stuff that proves them wrong.
But that's not science.
It's not.
It's not. You're supposed to throw all the controls at it, all the variables, all the issues to prove yourself wrong, and ultimately going, actually, it could be very possible that my original thesis is along the accuracy lines, but not specifically right.
Back to Eminem.
Sorry, yes. Science.
That was me rewinding, in case people thought I was having a stroke or something. Absolute genius for me. Weirdly enough, I tend to sway towards more aggressive rappers. Like, I really like Hopsin.
Yeah.
He's got kind of more of an aggressive, almost like a rock attitude to rap, but is a straight up like hip hop sort of rapper. Eminem isn't aggressive, but I think he's probably one of the best in the world, just because he's such a pro at what he does, such a wordsmith.
I agree. I think, like I said, like when I introduced this Childish Gambino, it's along those lines as well, where it's not terribly aggressive.
When you say introduce me, we reacted to This Is America at the Office Blokes.
I know, so but I introduced you to it, like...
And I think we reacted to his stand-up comedy as well.
Yeah, he's good at stand-up.
Donald Glover, is it?
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway,
Troy and Abed in the morning.
This is the first reaction we're doing, and we're supposed to be having an early night, so...
Yeah, sorry, 20 minutes in.
Right then, cheers for that one, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe, as always. If you want to see more hip-hop on the channel, just comment below. Absolutely. Yeah. So, I mean, it's a mixed bag when we do hip-hop stuff. Some people aren't into it. I think there's better people out there for breaking down bars and knowing the culture and everything like that. Yeah. But we're just here for a laugh at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, but let us know, and we'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.
Cheers, guys.